Oh, guys, I hope you liked when I talked about doing stand-up, because that's what we're doing today. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I used to do stand-up comedy. I guess you could say I still do it, but that would be a lie. I haven't done it in a while, and there's not really a reason why. I mean, obviously nothing's open, so that's a reason why. But yeah, I just kind of go through phases of having fun doing it and not having fun doing it. And right now, this is more fun, and I feel like I'm kind of doing like a stand-up set every week that's all brand new. So this is what I've been doing. Maybe when bars open back up, I'll do stand-up again, but there is definitely like a rush when you're up there and you don't know if people are going to laugh, don't know if people are going to be mean to you. No, you know? And it is kind of weird because a lot of the topics that you're talking about are weird and nobody knows you. And so like you can make stuff up and people like don't have the ability to be like, that's not true. And so that's like, to me, one of the most fun things about doing stand-up comedy is just like straight up like lying to somebody and them laughing and then being like, is that a real story? And being like, no, it's actually none of that happened. And you're an idiot. But I wanted to come on here and actually react to a joke that I used to do back in the day, so you guys are going to see some raw footage of Hunter on stage doing stand-up. This video took place like November 2018. So like 2.5 years ago I did this joke, and but I'm not necessarily reacting to telling this joke this time. This story, as you can I probably said something in the title about. I probably said something in the title about being heckled or something along those lines. Oh god, I'm just so bored talking about it even. But so a little background on the open mic scene. So I was not a stand-up comedian. I was an open micer. The difference is stand-up comedians get paid. I did not. I think I've said that before. Did not get paid ever. And that's fine. You have to pay your dues for a long time before you get paid. And then in my little area, when you do get paid, you get paid like $8. So I got paid in free beers at some of them. That's the extent of my money making in comedy. So those of you who want to make money doing comedy, yeah, you can make money doing comedy, but you're not going to. So yeah, that's one thing. If you're thinking about trying to make money doing stand-up, don't do that. You won't. It's like a fun, creative process. It's fun, like writing with people, and it leads to stuff, and it's a great creative outlet. And do stand-up. I'm joking about don't do stand-up, but be prepared that you're not going to make money in it for a very, very, very long time. I was doing stand-up consistently. I don't want to say the word consistently, but like for 3 years, and off and on, and I'm still doing it off, just not on right now. Everybody's off. Nobody's on right now. And I never once got offered to do anything that would make me money. That could be because I'm not funny. Legitimately, that could be the case. Or whatever. I don't have the right sense of humor. My style of comedy is not quite the same as people would like for a show or whatever. It's not a personal thing. It's called grinding for a reason. Like, you just have to pay your dues, go through it, a couple things that you don't realize are going to happen when you do stand-up is sometimes you'll think a joke is really, really funny, and people just won't laugh. They won't be mean. They just like won't get that it's a joke even. And I think I have a pretty weird sense of humor. So a lot of the time I would think jokes were really funny and people would like think I wasn't done telling the joke. So you have to be prepared for that. And sometimes people sitting down watching you get to say whatever they want to you, even though you didn't ask them to say anything, if that makes sense. Those people are called hecklers. They will talk during your set. Oh, yeah. They will talk during your set. Benny just did it to me. They will think that they're helping you, usually. Or usually, honestly, they think they're funnier than you. But they're, for some reason, they don't want to sign up for doing stand-up. So it's a very weird, thing to do, where you don't want to do stand-up, but you're totally fine yelling at people doing stand-up. I don't get it. It's like the worst thing that you can do, and it's really annoying. So let's roll this clip of a joke, and I'll come back and tell you guys what happened in that video, and then the story I want to tell you guys. So I gotta be honest, I don't think that joke's that funny. Wait till you hear the closer. I grew up doing music. I was always part of the music scene. And the first thing when I decided to hop over to comedy, I was like, I need a rehearsal space, so I got a storage unit, and I would just like walk around with a microphone and recite my jokes. I'm kidding. I didn't do that. That's a waste of money. Are you kidding me? I miss music though. The thing that I miss the most about music is when I did music, I get laid too. And now anytime I tell a girl, like, yeah, I do comedy, she's always like, oh, why? I would never, ever do that. And it's like the modern version of being a magician, I think. So that's me doing a joke 2 years ago, year and a half ago. I did that joke. That was one of my first jokes I ever came up with. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, you know, that's not completely true, and you're correct. I did not stop doing music. Everything else is true, though. One day I did that same joke, and this girl had been just laying into me all show, which is when laying into somebody is not a good thing. That's when you're heckling them and you're not stopping. And so I had said a couple of things implying that I did not like her talking so much, and I do that joke like a minute into my 5-minute set, so pretty quickly, and she at this point has already heckled me 10 times. This is not in the video, by the way. This is a separate time that I don't have a video of, probably because I made somebody delete the video. She just saying stupid crap the whole show. The whole to everybody she was saying stuff. I went up early, but she went up. Pro tip, if you ever get to do an open mic, try and go third. That's the best spot. So she's just like going on and on and on, and I get to that joke where I say I used to do music, and she, because she's an idiot, goes, "You should sing." Guess what? I do. I do sing. I already do that. And so because this is like the 15th time she's interrupted me, I go, yeah, and you should shut the fuck up. And she didn't like that at all. She went, I'm helping you. And I said, no, you're not helping me. I wrote this. I don't need the director's commentary, which I thought was pretty good little comeback. And her boyfriend goes, hey, pal. And he goes and stands up. And I swear to God, this guy stood up for 5 minutes, just like continuing to stand up. This guy was like 12'7", just continuing to get taller and taller and taller and taller until the point where I just see his belt buckle and I'm on stage, you know. And so I finished my set. I'm like trembling because the guy's way larger than I anticipated and hoped for. I really went for it with the shut the fuck up. Yeah, and so the set ended. The host of the show is a super cool guy that I really like, and he's a delight. He's just a very, very nice person. He kind of settles that down because he's more of a professional than me and goes, hey, we don't talk if you don't have a fucking microphone in your hand. And I'm frustrated because I felt like I was going to have a good set. I had a bunch of new jokes that I wanted to do, and I fumbled them because I was nervous afterwards. And I'm like, finishing my beer because I never take my beer on stage with me just because I don't want it to look like I need alcohol to be funny. So I take a glass of water. That's what you saw on the stool. And I got drunk one time before I did stand up, and it did not go well. Yeah, nothing like what you see in my other hand is a little notebook that I have. I like fold it open so it has like little bullet points, and I look at that because I'm just an open micer and I can take notes up there. But yeah, it's nothing like forgetting your notes when you have it written down. Anyway, you guys are great. If you want more information on stand-up, I recommend these two books. I recommend this book. It's Zen and the Art of Stand-Up Comedy by Jay Sankey. He's actually a magician, but he's really funny, and this book was really helpful. I think it's out of print, but if you can find it anywhere. I remember it was out of print when I bought it, and it was on Amazon for like $5, so definitely check that one out. This one I know is, well, I guess I don't know, but shouldn't be out of print. Sick in the Head by Judd Apatow. This is like a bunch of interviews with stand-up comedians, and they kind of like, they talk about the industry, they kind of don't talk about the industry. I've read like bits and pieces. This is my bookmark. It looks like I haven't read anything, but just go through and find different comedians. Like, I just started with the comedians I knew and liked, and so I started reading those and then filled in the other gaps, but I haven't finished it yet. It's still really, really good. This one made me feel like I could be a professional comedian, and it didn't work, but it gave me false hope. So also, please make sure you check out the Podcasting Couch show. Me and my friend Zach have been crushing it over there. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Got some fun stuff coming. Comment anything you want me to talk about down below, because boy oh boy, we're running out of things to talk about. Anyway, see you guys next Friday.